polynomial and rational functions. These are valuable for us to study because they're used in a wide variety of fields. I'm just going to give you a few for instances. Engineers will use polynomial models when designing various things like a bridge or maybe even a roller coaster. Physicists use polynomials to model where a particular object is in space over time. Even business people and economists use polynomials to model the cost or the revenue and profit of a particular business. Polynomial models even come into play in nursing and medicine when we're looking at maybe the drug concentration in the bloodstream at a particular time. That helps with dosages. So it does have a lot of value to a lot of different people. I have linked in our Blackboard page to a couple quick little videos and a presentation that'll give you a little bit more detail on some specifics of how they're used in other fields. I encourage you to check that out. I think you might find it really interesting. Okay, so for our assignments, the first thing before we can get to those applications is going to be, okay, do we know how to graph? Do we remember how to do that? We're going to draw on some of the skills we picked up in previous modules. We're going to also draw on the equation solving skills that we developed previously so that we can find the x-intercepts, the y-intercept, and we can find a high point and a low point. We can describe what happens. What's the general shape of this? What happens at the ends? What's the shape in the middle? How many intercepts is it even going to have? We're going to get some of those foundational things, and then we're going to jump into those applications. You will notice that I've skipped some of the material from our textbook because our focus isn't necessarily on all the intricacies of the algebra, all the real nitty-gritty details. We want to focus on how we can use this in applications. So we're going to skip Descartes' theorem. We're going to skip the rational zeros theorem. We're not going to focus too much on the division of polynomials. We'll get what we need to so that we can do some of those relevant applications. At the very end of this module, we'll be looking at something called variation. Now, that's not technically a learning outcome on its own, but it is a related outcome because it's an application of very simple polynomial and rational functions. All right, well, I hope you enjoy this module. If you have any questions, as always, just let me know.